The first topic under engineering economics would be cash flow. And cash flow is dictated by two different words. We speak of receipts and we speak of disbursements or expenditures. When we use these words, it all depends on the point of view of you. For instance, if I'm receiving money from someone, that's a receipt to me. It's a disbursement from their point of view. So you can see that the word receipt and the word disbursement would depend upon who's the paying out and who's receiving. Now, we like to use something called cash flow diagrams. And a cash flow diagram is a reflection of receipts and disbursements. The way it's done, we draw a line, sort of a piece of graph paper. Really don't need this part for right now. And the agreement is, in order to do a cash flow diagram, whenever money goes out and we lose it, it appears as an arrow going down. When money comes in, it's an arrow going up. And the length of the arrow is proportional to the amount of money. So there's some kind of a scale involved in terms of dollars per inch or dollars per centimeter. Usually this is a time axis. So it tells you that you spent this much money in this day, you got this much money coming in here, you got this much going out, and this much going out, this much coming in. And this is a typical example of a cash flow diagram. The horizontal line represents time, and the vertical lines indicate the receipts and disbursements. There are three kinds of cash flows to be considered. The first one is called a single payment cash flow. Now that'll be a very simple diagram. It would just basically involve a horizontal line and it shows money being paid out. That's a single payment cash flow, and it occurs at the beginning of the timeline. It may be at the end of the timeline, or it may be any place in between. This is known as a single payment cash flow, depending upon where the cash flow occurs in time. This is the simplest one. The second type of cash flow is called a uniform series cash flow. And the cash flow diagram will look something like this. Here's time axis. Let's imagine that we start off at the end of year one and we make we collect that much money. And end of year two, same amount. Year three, same amount, and so forth. All the way down to year N, whatever that is. And we receive the same amount of income for each year. Now, this is the simplest of all the diagrams. Well, simplest in the sense that it has several equal payments, because the next one we're going to look at, number 3, we're going to have the payments actually varying with time. So this is the uniform series cash flow diagram. The third one is called a gradient series. And in the gradient series, what we have, over a period of time, we have payments that are increasing, probably in a linear fashion. And this is a gradient series cash flow diagram. Starting off at, this could be t equals a couple of years, and this would be 3, 4, 5. There are certain procedures that are used in accounting to designate where the value actually starts. And for instance, in using a gradient method, t equal 1 is usually considered to be 0, and there's nothing there at the end of the first year, and then the second starts ramping up. And that's something that's not very important right now, but something to be aware of. All right, so there, we've covered the 3 types of cash flow situations: single payment, uniform series, and the gradient method.